Well, hello, family. Welcome to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot, formerly Divine Truth Tarot. So I'm back today on the 1st of May with a brand new video, and I'm feeling really inspired to talk about the masculine energy today. I have been extremely tuned into what they're feeling, what they're experiencing, and even how they're expressing themselves in their everyday life. I did a Divine Feminine Power reading over on Patreon today, all just for my Patreon. So thank you to all of you who support me over there. I appreciate you so very much. There are 5 different tiers or 5 different levels, starting at just $5 a month. Now, just make sure that you understand that this is a subscription system, and that so it is a monthly charge. And the way Patreon works is you'll get charged the day that you sign up, and then you'll get charged the beginning of the month. So after, let's say you sign up on the 16th of the month, you'll get charged that day, and then again on the 1st of the next month, and on the 1st of every month thereafter. So I just wanted to make that crystal clear, although I think Patreon does a pretty good job of explaining itself. And so we have different tiers. Each tier will offer different videos, different written readings, I tend to share most of the written posts, just the posts, not the readings, with everyone. And then depending on which tier you have, there may be live stream access once a month, there may be more individualized services, or there just might be more videos. So you'll have to check out the tiers and have a look. And that's a great way to support my work, to support the channel, and also to interact with other Divine Feminines on the channel. Okay, so I am definitely nearly booked up for the month of May. I only, right now, because of all the craziness going on with the energies, I can only do a certain number of readings per month. And in fact, I'm still working on finishing just a few of the April readings. So I may open up a few spots in April. And the reason being is because there's a huge eclipse coming in May. There's a huge eclipse coming in May. And this is a total lunar eclipse, full moon eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which is the sign of the archer, the adventurer, the explorer, the world explorer, higher learning, higher education. And I feel like this is a very significant eclipse. It's the first in a series of eclipses that we'll see throughout the year of 2021. So that means it's the Gemini-Sagittarius axis. So this particular eclipse falls in the sign of Sagittarius, and the corresponding solar eclipse will fall in the sign of Gemini. Okay, so this is all about world travel versus how we deal with our communities at home, which is more of the Gemini energy. So to find out where this eclipse falls in your chart, basically to find out, sorry about that. That was super annoying. Sorry about that. To find out where this eclipse falls in your chart, which house it falls in your chart, I'm going to be offering readings for that. And so there'll be a limited number of spots available for that, but it's going to really talk to you about what are the energies at play for you, and how is this affecting you, and what is being eclipsed out of your life. So let's say it falls, like for instance, this eclipse falls in my sixth house. So it falls in your 6th house. That's a tongue twister. That is the energy for me of really talking about how I like my everyday habits, my routines, and instead of just kind of going through Groundhog Day or doing things the way I always do them, it's about switching up your routine and switching up your life in that way. If it fell in the 3rd house, the house of communication, if it fell in the 12th house, the house of karmic completions and endings, the 1st house of identity, etc. So we're going to look into that, and I like to really personify the houses, so I think that'll be a really exciting reading. But again, I'll let you guys know when I offer those up and open them up, because I do need to get caught up, and I do have people already booked in and waiting who have paid for the May readings. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I never do this, but I'm being called to just create some friction, some fire. So there is some passion going on, guys, some passion that your masculines are feeling. They're really feeling the love. And I do feel like they're talking about the feminines. They are sharing stories with people in their life. In fact, they can't even hold back anymore. And part of that is, even if you're in communication, you may not be in clear or really effective communication at this time with your masculine. And so they're feeling the need to sort of gush about you to other people and gush about this experience as they learn more and more and get more and more clarity about what this connection means. Okay, what does this connection mean to them? And also, not just what this connection means, but also how they are perceiving you and how they are perceiving the connection, because that's definitely changed over time as well. Hi, baby. So, that's TJ again. I'm Kitty sitting again. So, hi, TJ. Can I have this space here? Hi. Oh, sure. Are you going to help? You going to bless the cards? Thank you. You just licked the top card there. Thank you for sharing your bath with the viewers. So let's see what is going on with your masculines. Let's call in the archangels of the highest and allow me to be a vessel of pure truth and divine justice, divine clarity, and unconditional love. And also, Archangel Michael, could you please come in and just create your beautiful golden sphere of loving light and protection around this reading, around this kitty cat, and around the readers and the viewers and myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is. Aho. All right. So let's get some overarching energy here. Overarching energies that the masculines are feeling. Balance. He's going to knock this down, I guarantee it. So they're in the energy, yeah, victory. So the Six of Swords is, it's about moving on from an experience, moving on from a situation, moving on from a relationship. So the masculines are coming to the end of a difficult cycle. And this has been the theme over and over and over. This is because it almost feels like we're in Scorpio season with the Scorpio full moon and Pluto going retrograde on the same day of the Scorpio full moon. So it does feel like we are in this powerful scorpionic energy, and we are being asked to really find that phoenix energy that exists inside each and every one of us. And we're being asked, how are you going to start fresh or start new? How are you going to allow things to fall away? And I strongly feel like we're being prepared for this eclipse season, because Scorpio is about eclipsing out certain things, right? It's about rising above the devastation, rising above the pain, rising above the heartache, rising above the perceived obstacles and the setbacks. And Scorpio just gets back up, dusts himself off, and tries again. And that really is the nature of a Scorpio, is we may stay down for quite some time, and we may go into a state of self-pity, or we may go into a state where we're just in this dark, deep, depressive state, because Scorpio is all about regeneration. But when we do regenerate, when we do come up for air, guess what? We're coming back and we are ready. We are full force. We are geared up and we're ready to go. We're ready to conquer. And so that's really what we're doing right now, globally and personally. And then you have this energy of balance. So that's the Temperance card. And this major arcana card speaks of the yin and the yang that exists in everything. So makes me think of the balance and the moderation that is being called for right now on a very grand scale throughout the world. We're balancing out the issue of race. We're balancing out the issue of gender right now, and we're figuring out, what does this all mean? We're balancing out the issue of the masculine and the feminine. What does it mean to be masculine? What does it mean to be feminine? What does it mean to embrace this connection, right? Which is the feminine energy of surrender, versus fighting the connection, which is sort of that innate masculine energy to go out and conquer the world and kind of distract oneself from one's true mission, but calling other things the mission, right? The money, chasing the so-called quote unquote freedom, even though the masculine energy will never be more free than when they're with the feminine. But the masculine energy likes to, when they're in that distorted energy, and this is the masculine energy within all of us, will perceive the connection or any connection to be a hindrance or to be an obstacle to their own freedom or success. And in actuality, it's the exact opposite when you have a divine connection, because that person is the key to your abundance and is the key to, I won't say your wholeness, because you find wholeness within and inner unity, but they're the key, they're the missing half, if you will, or the missing whole, as I like to say. So it's really about coming into balance for the twins. And what's going on, TT? So this is interesting energy. The masculines are finding balance, and they're also coming out of a very difficult phase and situation. And they do want to express that. Six of Swords is oftentimes seen on a boat, right? So this is like coming out of a forest, and it's almost like escaping a fire is kind of how I look at that card. But oftentimes the Six of Swords is perceived as being on a voyage on the ocean, right? And leaving the dark and stormy skies behind and coming up to fair weather, coming up to sunny skies. So being able to start fresh and in a way that is, thank you, TJ, in a way that is more positive. He's going to bite them next. In a way that is more positive, and in a way that is just more conducive to their happiness and their true freedom, their true mission. How are the masculines feeling about this connection right now? Wow. So what's very interesting is the masculines are searching for higher ground. They're searching for deeper meaning in their lives. They're moving on from the superficial. And if you've been watching my readings, you will see there's a lot of alignment in all of the readings. The masculines have stepped away from superficiality. They've stepped away from people and situations that are just sort of like baseline, that are just cutting it. They're no longer enthralled with shiny things, shiny new toys or things or women, or if maybe it's men, if your divine masculine is a female, or other women or other men, or whatever the case will be. They're no longer excited about the things that they now regard as temporary. And what they see and what they feel about this connection is so different, because you're never far from their mind, and you're in everything that they do. It's like you're omnipresent, and they've never experienced that before. They've always been able to sort of run away from other connections, or stay away, or move on, and they can't move on from you. There's no moving on from the divine feminine. They're in the King of Cups energy, so they're definitely in this energy of wanting to come across as very trustworthy and faithful, and wanting to respect this connection for what it is, finally. Wanting to respect themselves. So that means by respecting themselves in their integrity, I feel like a lot of them are in intimate or sexual integrity. And if they're single, which a lot of them are at this time, or they're on the verge of being single, they're not looking to hook up anymore. They're not looking for just the flings or the superficial connections where it's all about sex, or it's all about, just physicality. They're really diving deep and using this time to honor themselves and to honor this connection that they have with the divine and with God and with the divine feminine. They're really opening their hearts at this time. So a lot of feminines have been feeling a lot of heart chakra activations. That's because your masculine is really opened himself to this love. And he's really showing you off in his world. As he gains freedom, those masculines who left karmic situations, I explained in another video that they needed time to complete the karmic cycle. So even if they physically left, they still emotionally needed to heal. And that's really what 2021 has been about and is about for the masculines. And that's one of the reasons the feminine feels like they're pushed away, is because they're giving their masculines just innately, intuitively understanding they need time to heal, and time to really be able to come forward as that king. So the feminines have stepped back, and the masculines, although they felt a bit abandoned by the feminine, the masculines in that space where the feminine has really walked away, so to speak, the masculines are realizing that you are their perfect match. We've got the Queen and King of Cups here. So the masculine has you in his heart. It's you and only you. There's nobody else for this masculine. And that's pretty clear right now with the energies. The energies are very nostalgic. Six of Cups energy. They're remembering the good times. They're reminiscing. They're comparing how they felt in other relationships or connections to how they feel with you or about you, or how they felt when they were with you. And there's no comparison. Three of Pentacles. This is about working together in the physical world, coming together to work on your mission. So the masculines are ready to work together and to be a team player. And it's no longer just about them or their abundance or their life or the direction they're going or what they need or what they want. They want to include you in their plans. They want to include you in this next chapter. What is the one thing that the masculines wish to tell the feminines that they've been unable to tell them? So the masculines that haven't been in communication with you and you've been wondering, have they left that karmic situations? The masculines in those situations are saying, yes, I have left that situation. And if they haven't physically left yet, they're working it out mentally, and they're working out verbally, and they're leaving that, okay, this is like a lost cause, and they're leaving that situation behind. They want you to know that they're embracing the change, that they're no longer hiding from it, and that things are going to get better from this point forward. So that's just a card of reassurance for those of you who have masculines who are in karmic situations, but you don't know if they've left, you're not sure if they're divorced yet, if they're separated. That's just a note to you guys to let you know that things are definitely shifting for those masculines. Can we have a message, please, for the feminines? What are the masculines who have already physically left those situations? What do they need to tell their feminine? What do they most wish to tell their feminine? Eight of Wands. So those masculines who have already physically left are on their way in the physical world. Now, the Wands speaks of the spiritual world or the spiritual elements, the higher realms, higher wisdom, enlightenment. So these masculines wish to tell you that there's no more delaying, so it's so interesting because you have these two groups. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the group of masculines who are telling you, they're reassuring their feminines, like, please don't think that I'm not coming. I'm on the way. I'm making my way towards you. I'm recovering from the situation, and I'm things have been set in stone. I've already decided on what I'm doing. It's the end of the situation. The 10 indicates an ending of something. And then the Eight of Wands coming in for those masculines who have already physically left, saying no more delays. So the Eight of Wands can sometimes be a chaotic energy. So I do just wish to say that this can feel a little chaotic. So your masculine may come in sort of this chaotic energy and just be super excitable, and they may seem a little ungrounded, okay? I get this energy of a little kid jumping up and down on Christmas Day. They may seem a little ungrounded, but they have all these epiphanies and revelations to share with you, and they want to do it like they want to have done this tomorrow, and or yesterday, I mean. So they're like, I can't wait to share this with my feminine. Spirit, tell me, can I have a card, please, for those masculines who are living with or in a reunion energy with their feminines? What would they like to tell their feminines? The masculines who are in reunion with their feminines, in a relationship, what would they like to tell their feminines? So those masculines who you're living with your masculine, or you're in communication, or you're in an actual relationship, they want you to know, this is Ace of Wands, they want you to know that they're ready for this next chapter, this new start in your relationship. And so all of these cards, guys, for the different groups of masculines all indicate that delays are over and that it's the start of something new. So you see how this works. First, they have to have decided to leave the situation, and they have to embrace the shift that's coming. They have to embrace the inevitable that's going to take them to the next level. And then they're telling you, I'm coming, I'm on my way. Okay, no more delays. And then the next is actually starting. The Ace indicates a beginning, a start, a fresh start. So then they're saying, I'm actually starting this. It's time to change my life. Like, I'm doing this. I'm taking action towards the direction of my dreams. So this is a very exciting energy. So for those masculines whose feminines are you're living with them, but maybe they've been quiet. They've been sort of, they haven't shared a lot of information. And you're like, I don't know. Are we moving to the next level? Are we going to get engaged? Are we going to get married? Am I finally going to meet their children or their family? The answer is yes. Can I have this, please? I don't. The star of the show. If you guys have a cat, you know that cats are kings of your house. What's wrong with your ears, baby? Your ears are clean. What's wrong? Why do you itch, baby? He's like the cleanest cat. Okay, just go ahead. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Knock that off. Seriously, TT. TT. Can I have a space? Look how messy this looks. Make yourself at home. You always do. Okay. I hope he's entertaining you guys. Okay, so can we have a card, please? Hi. Hi, sugar. We have a card, please, for what is coming in these connections. What does the feminine have to look forward to from her masculine? What actions does the feminine have to look forward to? Just got super hot out here. Wow. The Queen of Cups. So interesting. Remember we had the Queen of Cups, and here we have the Queen of Cups again. The masculines are, excuse you, that's so rude. The masculines are definitely wanting to express, or definitely wanting to let you know that they absolutely, whereas they may have pushed away your love in the past or pushed away your generosity or warmth, that they now wish to embrace that. They now wish for you to assist them in their healing process. I think that's very significant because a lot of these masculines were too proud. A lot of these masculines maybe didn't believe in spirituality, or maybe it's not that they thought the feminine was crazy. It's that they didn't understand you, and they didn't understand this connection. They didn't understand the depth. They didn't understand what was happening or why they didn't have control, because in every other situation, they've always had control. Seven of Pentacles. This is about having patience and knowing that you've planted the seeds. Seeds have been well planted, and now it's time just to wait for them to grow and to watch them grow. So your masculine says, you've done such an amazing job of planting the seeds in our connection, planting the seeds for me. And I've been doing the research and I've been doing the work to understand this connection at my own pace, in my own time, in my own way. So the masculine's been exploring what this connection is. Two of Pentacles. This is all about embracing the moment, and it's all about having different possibilities and choosing a possibility. Well, I have this option, like having different options. I have this option, I have this option. Which one will I choose? So this is the energy of, I get to live in each moment as if each moment was full and whole within itself. And by each moment being full and whole within itself, I don't look to the past and feel sadness or grief or regret. And I don't look to the future and feel anxiety. I just feel balanced and at ease. So it's more of that balancing energy. What would the masculines like to say to the feminines? What would the masculines like to say to the feminines? You want to pick a card? Pick a card. TG. No. TT. Which card? Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time, even when you're being bit. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So the masculines are reminding the feminines that love exists all around you. There is love in everything. There is love in every moment. There is love in every action. If you just seek it, you will discover it, you will find it, you will acknowledge it, you will experience it. This just flew out. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So again, the masculines, 2 cards here. They're asking for patience. The masculine says, okay, have patience, my dear. Everything is in order. Everything is aligned. Everything is working out beautifully. Just have patience and know that things will unfold exactly as they're supposed to in divine timing. So this is such an interesting card to receive on the tail of the 7 of Wands. It's like the lotus flower that blooms in the mud and that blooms at her own pace and her own time, and she blooms in the darkness. So she is the light in the darkness. One more message, or maybe 2. There might be 2 more messages from the Divine Masculine. Rest and relaxation is essential. So the masculine saying, I'm resting right now, and I would encourage you to do the same, because we have a lot of work ahead of us, my dear. A lot of work ahead of us. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Just rest and have faith that all is working out. Somebody actually told me that last night about my connection. She said, just have faith. It was so simple, right? Those 2 words, so simple but so profound. Have faith. Have faith that everything is actually working out, and the transformation, the butterflies are occurring exactly as they need to. That's a lot of transformation. That's a lot of masculines transforming at this time. And rest. Use this time, feminine, to rest, because things are about to ramp up and get pretty crazy as early as next month. As early as next month. Just see if there's any other messages. Thank you for the kisses. Any other messages that wish to come through? What is the masculine hiding from the feminine? Ooh. 9 of Swords. Interesting. 9 of Swords with the 10 of Cups. Look at that. The masculine is hiding his excitement. Okay, let's start with the 10 of Cups. He's hiding his excitement about this connection. He's hiding the way in which he perceives you. He's hiding the fact that he knows that you are his happily ever after and his forever after. Wow. He's hiding a lot of depth of emotion from you at this time. So even if you're, again, in touch with your masculine, in communication, living with them in a relationship, they're not being honest with how they actually truly feel. And so the feminine might feel like they're being ignored, or the feminine might feel like the masculine's being cold or just not really engaging in the connection at this time. So you might feel a pull back. And this is just the card of the masculine, again, reassuring the feminine, saying, you are always on my mind. Like that. The lyrics, go listen to the lyrics from the Willie Nelson song, Always on My Mind. Like, it doesn't matter. You're on my mind in everything that I do, feminine. And they do see you as the mother of their children. They do see you as their wife or their husband. They do see you as their partner. They do see you as the person that can give them everything, not just some of the things that they wish to have, but everything. And then we have the 9 of Swords. So they're also hiding from you, feminine, that the thought of being without you, the thought of not ending up with you, makes them physically and emotionally sick. This is like when they go to that place where they end up with nightmares. They give themselves nightmares. They give themselves anxiety and insomnia, where they feel like they're never going to get what they want, or that they don't deserve you. This is all about them creating self-fulfilling prophecies and getting stuck in that energy where they can't see clearly. They can't, where they can, it's like they get stuck in their logic. And so they need to drop into their heart space and remember the love and remember the connection. What does the divine wish to tell the feminine at this time? Yep, he's about to go crazy. So look what just popped out. The divine wishes to tell the feminine that Page of Swords. So even if there's delays, even if there's perceived delays, or what the feminine perceives to be a delay in plans, a delay in a reunion, or delay in union energy, the divine is saying, I'm looking out for you and not to worry, because this is a divine partnership and this is a divine union, and it's being recognized as such by the higher realms. Excuse you, can't, ow! Ah, 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 ah. He's still a kitten, guys. No. So the divine is recognizing that this is a union of hearts. It's a union of souls. No. And that forgiveness is coming into these connections. He actually put teamworks in my card. So forgiveness is coming into these connections. So the Page of Swords can also indicate a message coming through, so message from your masculine. And it may seem on the surface like there's a delay, or like things aren't working out the way you wanted them. That was a jet. We've had jets flying over for the past 2 days. So that was like a supersonic jet. That was crazy, right? I don't know how much my microphone picked up on that, but that was really loud, really fast. Yeah, so the divine just wishes to acknowledge your union in the eyes of God. So guys, it is super hot out here. I'm going to go inside. I'm like about to pass out. But I'm so glad to have shared this reading with you. Please drop a like if you enjoyed it. Please, actually, when you dislike the videos, haters, that actually helps my channel too, so thank you. And please subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon to receive all notifications, guys. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you on the next video. Say bye, TJ. Little stinker, little terror. Okay. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon.